Good evening, folks. Hello, 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 hello. How are you all doing this lovely evening? Good to see you all. Welcome to the stream, my dudes. Happy Friday to everyone. Whoa! Starting off with the wall. Thank you for the wall, my dude. How is everybody? How are y'all doing? Hot Godly and Alleluia TV, thank you so much for those Old King redeems. Welcome to the stream, both of you guys. Appreciate y'all making it here. Same to you, Sawyer.
Another wretched foul lizard.
Monkifier, thanks so much for using your Prime sub here. I really appreciate that, my dude. Welcome to the Red Host. Hope you enjoy the emotes and are having a lovely day. Thanks for joining us. All right, so today we are going to finish this campaign. We are going to finish this campaign, hell or high water. Oh, it's a dragon encounter. I was like, what the hell is this? So this will be the last day for Imrik's campaign. And then we are off to... Who's next on the order? Is it Dark Elves? Or Lizardmen next? I forget. Because we're doing the races in order. But, no, let's not waste any time and get right into it. So our goal today is literally just to wipe out the Dark Elves. That is our express purpose. To wipe out the Dark Elves and hope that is enough. Am I playing the beta? No. So the cavalry work is only on the beta patch right now. And I am not doing the beta patch, I'm just doing the live patch. Just because I tend to find that transitioning between patches tends to be a little less work. Just go full map domination, we are 100% not doing that. I do not want to be doing this for 1,000 years. I'm kind of tempted to auto-resolve this one. I don't have to deal with this. But we have not fought a battle in a while, so we're going to fight it. How you doing, Hades? Good to see you. Arceus, yeah, I am also very excited for Cathay news. I heavily suspect that we're probably going to be hearing something either this next week or the week after at the latest. But it's any day now, man. Any day now. Of course I'm playing Dragon Knights. I mean, I like running thematic builds. I understand that Cavalry were underperforming, but because I mainly just play single player, I honestly had not noticed. To be frank.
Fireball! Dragon Princes! Battle Call!
Want some Troy content? Well, we're actually going to be playing some Total War Troy here very, very soon. I think that's actually going to be the next... I think for what we're going to be doing, honestly, is we're going to finish the Imrik campaign, and then probably the next thing we're going to do Total War wise is going to be Troy. So we're gonna finish Imrik, and then we're probably gonna play Troy, and then after Troy we will start whatever the next Total War Warhammer campaign is. What are the chances of them pushing back the release date? In my opinion, 100%. I do not... There's just not enough time, dude. Like, that's... it. To me, it's just a really simple thing. There's just not enough time left. If they were going to release it this year, we would already have a release date. I just think that is
For duty.
the situation we are in. Who am I gonna play as? I'm not sure yet. The only thing I know for certain is I want to play as whoever it is that is good for getting the Hydra as your big monster. Because I really wanna get the Hydra as quickly as possible. Because that's what I want my like main monster to be essentially. So whatever I gotta do to get the Hydra is what I'm gonna do. Alright,
I see
let's boogie.
together.
We're gonna go ahead and tell our dragons to go after all these different ranged units. They are super annoying. Oh god, oh god.
Noble. It is done. Dragon's rage.
That was a whole lot of just stuff. Good lord, how many Doom Bolts does he have?
Draw.
That was so many Doom Bolts. Alright, let's push our infantry forward.
Yes, it is done.
Wizard. Get some magic going.
Men Louis, Araya, Men Louis.
Got a dragon duel going on. Cool. Pop that. Ah, dang it. Wow, Malekith's being super annoying. It's on the dragon horn.
I go then.
Acknowledge. The dragon tamer.
They're dueling again. Good for them.
Typhon, hear me.
When in doubt, burning him. Okay, Malekith's almost dead. And Malekith is dead. Cool, cool. Let's get fire raining from the sky. Pull you guys back.
Forward.
Infantry, let's advance.
Advance. Loyal. Violarial. Lakoi. Assyrian guides us.
Have our sisters focused on Doomfire Warlocks. Try and get some buffs going. Somebody like shooting you.
Bend to my will.
Left by ball. Spearman. Kill them.
Forward. The greater good.
There's so much fire!
Prince Imrik.
Okay, we need to get on this little jerk.
Son of Ulfwood. I shall. Spearman.
You guys in this way, Sinjali this way.
Prince Imrik.
Oh, he's turned into Zarkan. Okay, let's get you out of here. We'll have Imrik deal with him.
Might of the volcano.
Drop that there.
The glory of Imrik. They die. The Knight of Caledon. Spearman.
Come off.
As you say.
Yes.
Done.
And then all of our different characters to deal with all these markers. Buff up Imrik.
Without fail.
Dragon Princes to help. Oof, good grief. Alright. Dark Elves are defeated. We just gotta deal with Zarkan. Annoying booger that he is.
Orders.
Hold fire.
Oh,
Drink your heal pot. Alright, Zarkanon's dead. Good grief. Alright, we'll just let the battle drag out. Give Imrik a chance to heal. Let's see. Get all the monsters with all the factions pretty easy. It's more about synergy. Griffin, you get lesser Griffins. Cerberus for Achilles. You can get Elysian units. Oh, that's cute. I see what you're doing there. See what you're doing there. Where's this cooldown debuff coming from? Weird. Well, we definitely took a lot of damage, but I think we crushed the Dark Elf's strongest army on the island, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to finish a Troy campaign, but I definitely want to go heavy into the Hydra, because the Hydra just looks super badass. I really like the Hydra design they came up with for Troy. Except we lost 2 units of Dragon Princes, give or take. Yep. Ooh, that's a bummer.
Lesser beings, fit only for service.
Another wretched, foul lizard thing joins the red host.
Getting hickey with it. Thanks so much for renewing your Prime sub, my dude. Good to see you. Welcome back.
What have I done to deserve discourse with one so lowly?
Sure.
We have nothing to fear.
Oh, nice. We got the speed buff for all of our cavalry. Rovix, good to see you. How you doing, man? How are our finances? Our finances are insanely good. Okay, let's go ahead and get that military advancement. Get this to max level.
Order must be maintained.
For you, let's get Foe Seeker. Yeah, because for this lady, I really want to trade out my noble, I think, for a, well, maybe not trade him out per se, but I definitely want to, well, no, I probably will trade him out. But I definitely want to get a sister of, or a handmaiden of the Everqueen. Alright, let's take out this black art. Valiant defeat. I disagree. Game. Let's see. Let's do a Firebanner buff on. Does the Quotal design make you nervous for the Eastern Dragons of Cathay? No, not really. The DLC 2 team, very, very likely, like, Cathay is probably already done or close to being done. And those were developed on very different branches. I don't think there's going to be a lot of overlap between the Eastern Dragons and Cathay, or the Quotal. I mean, I think most people would agree that the big issue with the Quotal was that I think they tried a little too hard by keeping it airborne all the time. I think it would have been way better for it to just, like, I would have preferred for it to, like, land on the ground and be like a big coiled up snake that, like, lashes out and attacks people, and then, like, takes off into the air again. Like, what they did was cool, don't get me wrong, but it's like, they made it so much more difficult for themselves than they needed to, in my opinion. And just added a lot of unnecessary jank. Which, you know, is not ideal. It's not what you want.
Chosen of
Hopefully that is something that they will be able to fix. I mean, the Quotal's animations are better now, but it still has a ton of issues. The biggest thing that I've actually noticed with the Quotal that I think is its main problem is that it actually its sound design is really weird. Like the animations are better in the new patch. They are better. Like especially against ground units, they look much better against ground units, but they still have just a ton of problems when it comes to interacting with other flyers. Like I covered it in my newest video where I talk about the patch. Because like if you put them up against an enemy flyer, all of their animations still target the ground, which is just super weird looking. And you know, not what you want. Like he'll do lightning breath targeting the enemy flyer, but all the lightning effects will be on the ground. So it's like they didn't even seem to consider making the Quotal fight other flyers, which is bizarre. I don't know. It's a weird unit. I'm personally, I'm really not happy with a lot of the design that went into the Quotal. But whoever it is that's like responsible for designing the Lizardmen at CA, like me and them just don't seem to be on the same wavelength at all. Like I just, whoever is responsible for the Lizardmen in Total War Warhammer 2, I just really don't like their design philosophy. I don't like how they do things. And I think they tend to have poor taste. But that's just my personal opinion. And the Quotal suffers from the typical shenanigans with the Lizardmen, which is that it feels like they tried to do something new and shiny that was unnecessarily difficult, and it made life a lot harder for them, and it was just completely unnecessary, you know? They did not have to do all that extra work, and then they just did it just 'cause, I guess. Ooh, the timing on that was beautiful. Spearman to the front.
Going abroad. It will be done. Brave and true. White
Late getting to the front.
Disciple of
Get a flake of rust here. Pull back the archers.
I go then. Moving out.
Swordmaster of poets.
Loremasters, let's go.
Weapons ready. Acknowledge.
Asur Archmage.
Observe my radiance. To battle. Spearmen. Noble born. Loremaster of poet.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have this. Look on this.
Nothing lucky.
I have so much magic.
Witness true magic. Behold my power.
Oh, I need help. My other dragon. Get out there.
I summon the wind.
Sithon seal.
Go for a final transmutation.
Understood. It shall be done. Eagle claw. Lakoi. Ancestors.
My power is yours.
Get rid of all their armor.
Observe my
Give us all the armor. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Magic's unleashed.
Noble.
The winds flow through me.
ourselves buffs.
Behold my power!
Alright, we can pull off here. I'll have the sisters mown down. Ow.
Asur Archmage! I go for Oath One!
Warden of Sapphire. Sword
Fall back.
Master of Sorcery!
Oh, that plague of rust cooldown. Come on, any day now. Oh, we'll just hit the final transmutation. Fine.
Witness true magic!
Is this SFO? No, this is vanilla. With I do very, very minor mods. Alright, the Black Ark has been defeated. Clearing out the oceans one at a time. Yeah, I hate the beak on the Quaddle. It was such an unnecessary addition. God, I despise it. So it seems Games Workshop is taking away free War Scrolls for AOS. What makes you say that? Yeah, Ame, I'm in the same boat. I want the Celestial Dragon Emperor to just be like a super badass anime dragon. Like just go completely crazy with it. Ooh, nice. We got the Talisman of Preservation.
High magic. They cannot
Okay.
withstand high magic. Sail on!
That is a Black Ark destroyed, which is great.
Rise the wind.
Good news for us.
Wield the winds.
Oh, she's almost to a dragon. There. Let's do Darken the Skies. And yes. Do favorable winds. Make our archers like really, really good.
High mage.
All the stuff coming out for pre-orders tomorrow, there's a big Discord discussion going on right now. And like, what community? saying Discord does not narrow things down much. it's kind of big. Okay, we're gonna have him go Woundmaker because we want to make our Swordmaster like, or our Loremaster like a really big fighter. Ooh, excuse me. I mean, I personally would not be surprised to see them kind of pigeonhole the Oh. Yeah, sure. I'll give my Dragon Rider regen. Fine with me. Actually, you know what? No, because she already has the Potion of Healing. So let's do Preservation on her. And then we could put the healing item on our, she has the Sun Chart. Dang it! Okay. Upgrade that. Let's put the healing on our Noble. So he's a little bit more independent. Also gives him poison attacks, which is cause fear and terror. I like the Talisman of Look. Makes him a duelist, or a dependable duelist.
Prince of Caledor.
The Hey Woe Discord. I've never heard of that place, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, I'm not I would be surprised if Games Workshop got rid of the free War Scrolls. Because the thing about the free War Scrolls is that they don't really give you that much, you know? Like the War Scrolls, the free War Scrolls would not allow you to like play the game, really. It would just kind of give you an idea of like what the units were capable of. But I mean, we won't know until tomorrow, when all the pre-orders go live. Getting rid of the free War Scrolls would be a really weird move. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. They might do that, but it would be strange. I think.
Another wretched, foul lizard thing joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Hey, CJ, you busta! Thanks so much for the 11 months of support. Hot damn. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that. I am excited for the pre-orders tomorrow, though. I know I'm going to pre-order all of the army books. I want all the army books. Word of advice for playing Clan Rictus. I want to take over Crookback Mountain as quick as possible. Yeah, so what I would recommend for that is basically just focus on getting a the invasion ability or building. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Rat King or the Vermintide or whatever, but it's the building that like will destroy it and generate you a rank 5 army. I can't remember if it automatically puts you at war or not with whoever it is, the faction, or if it would put you at war immediately with the Clan Rictus. I don't think it does. If it does, then, you know, be careful. If it doesn't, then, you know, you just want to make sure that the AI is not there when you attack. Because if you spawn a full army on, the city, and there's no garrison, so there's no army defending it, there's no garrisoned army, and you're just fighting the regular garrison, then you'll be fine. Would I rather own a constrictor or a venomous snake? Constrictor, definitely. Would be much easier to handle, and it's probably also going to be larger, which means it'd kind of be cooler. Probably not quite as like exotic looking, but the big thing for me would be that it would be much safer to handle in general. Handling venomous snakes is, you know, that's not something you want to do lightly. That comes with a pretty serious amount of danger. And it can be fairly easy to goof up, even if you're someone that is traditionally very careful. Let's do Fireborn Nature. I really want to get my dragons maxed out.
Ready. Disciplining the enemy.
Alright, so we're gonna weaken up the enemy here.
Loyal servant.
Oh, nice. We got our lady here. I guess I'll get rid of those riders.
You may approach.
Ever faithful.
Have her in my army.
A wise course.
Loyal guardian. My protection is yours.
Oh yeah.
Rally to me,
Boom.
Monsieur. Hold
Slapping
the
back
captives.
those Skaven. Get out of the
We
nasty
march
part of
on.
the desert here.
Moving out.
What do you require?
Doing good, princess. Ooh, she can ride a griffin now. Do... I'll put her on a griffin. I think a griffin wouldn't actually be bad. Would it allow her for some pretty good maneuverability? Yeah, sure. We'll go for a griffin. If there's one thing they still need to do, like, for a ton of factions in this game, is they really need
Victory
to
for the
go
Azure.
through, when they have the time, and update a lot of the armies to have, update a lot of the armies to have, what I'm looking for. Chariot characters. Like, the amount of armies that do not have lords that can ride chariots is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, high elf lords can't ride chariots, or at least a lot of them can't. Same thing for greenskin characters. Like, I don't think any of the greenskin characters can ride chariots, except for the ones that, like, have it as a special character option, like Rom. But like, we need chariot characters for green skins. Don't know why that's still lacking.
Enough for today.
I need dragon prisoners. Place the ones I lost. I think actually we could restructure this army now to just be like pure badass stuff. So let's get rid of. I'll hang on to the talons because they're kind of fun. Don't they apply flammable? They do. So yeah, they're fitting. But get rid of the white lions.
Warrior supreme.
Give me. Oh, I still can't hire sisters here? Oh, okay. I need 3 more turns. Cool.
Boundless courage.
Dang it. I could take another unit of silver and guard. Like, defend my sisters, I guess. Or I could take another dragon. Take another dragon. Another star dragon. And then I'll save my remaining slots for Sisters of Avalon. Work. Wish they gave the handmaids eagle mounts. Actually, curious. Did handmaid? Curious if handmaids had eagle mounts in tabletop. I want them to give the High Elf Noble and the Dark Elf Master their basic monster mounts as well. Because in tabletop, you could take a High Elf Noble on a Griffin, and you could take a Dark Elf Master on a, you could take a Dark Elf Master on a, Manticore. Which I think would be really, really cool. Oh, no. The handmaids... Oh, actually, the handmaids... You couldn't even take handmaids on horses back in tabletop. So I would not expect them to get eagle mounts. Excuse me for a sec. My dudes, I gotta use the restroom real quick. What do I think the best DLC is? I think the best DLC is the Skaven versus Wood Elves. The Twisted in the Twilight. I think the Twisted in the Twilight is undeniably the best DLC. Both sides are really, really strong, have a lot of cool features. Both sides got tons of characters. All the new units are really fun. I think it was the best Lord Pack. Oh, but actually, sorry, best DLC? It's probably Vampire Coast. Curse of the Vampire Coast is probably the best DLC. Because it's just god tier. Like, just tons of fun. And really allows you to go crazy on a number of things.
Entering the city.
Alright, let's go heal in Morocco. Iron. Oh, right, there's Skaven south of me. Oh gosh, there's a whole bunch of Skaven right there. Uh-oh. Not good.
As your lady.
No, I blame you.
Oh
no.
gosh. Yeah, we're gonna run away.
What do you want?
Call upon the dwarves to aid us.
Ready to serve.
I guess we'll run north. Yeah, Morocco is pretty much
Your
doomed.
request. I will dispatch them.
Alright, let's game.
The people are restive.
I'm a new player, so I have like 30 hours so far and haven't gotten any DLC and just want to get some perspective. Oh, I mean, there's a ton of really good DLCs. It kind of comes down to what you're looking for.
The vortex calls.
And or if I should just wait till Warhammer 3. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't think Warhammer 3 is gonna come out until like next year. Frankly. So like, if you're willing to wait until 2022, then yeah, you could wait till next year. You could just get Warhammer 3. But if you're wanting something, you know, before the end of the year, it depends on what you're looking for. The race packs open up the most content. So like but I would just wait for sales. Frankly, like these games go on sale a lot, like a lot. The various DLCs and stuff. So, but like the newest, like some really good value ones. The newest DLC that just came out, the oh god, what is it called? What is the newest one called? Tarax versus Oxiodal.
Joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Hey, Godzilla 2021, thanks so much for the 7 months of support, my dude. I really appreciate that. Science of the Fury, thank you. Yeah, the Science of the Fury is a really surprisingly good one, because if you don't own Beastmen, it gives you access to Beastmen, even though you only get Tarax, but Tarax is ridiculously fun. Yeah, go dwarves! Brave Dawi saving the day. It just depends on what you're looking for. Like what kind of features you think are fun, or like what your favorite race is, or any of that other stuff. I mean, there's so much DLC to choose from. But I would definitely wait for sales where you can, because trying to purchase all of the DLC is not a small order. The heck?
Ulthuan prevails. Asurian protects.
Alright, we're gonna have the Archmage focus on wiping out all the different Black Arcs. We can wipe out all the Black Arcs, then we can really put the Dark Elves to task and isolate them on Ulthuan, which is ideal. 2%, 100%.
A noble
This
and worthy cause.
25% campaign line of sight. Hot damn. Like ridiculously far. Let's do magical reserves.
You called? If you will it. I like the way.
What's my opinion on Warhammer Plus? Currently, I'm not interested. It does not have any features that I consider worth paying a subscription on a monthly basis. I mean, it seems alright, but as someone who is primarily a Warhammer Fantasy fan, and then is secondly a fan of Age of Sigmar,
What do you want?
it has barely anything that I have any interest in. Warhammer Plus right now, I think if you're not a hardcore 40k fan, is basically just a scam, unless you just really want that greenskin model. If you're like, man, I really like that Iron Jaw model, and I really want it, well, okay, that's fine, then, you know, it's probably worth the price tag. But, for me personally, it's just not that impressive. I just don't see any features that catch my attention. Yeah. I don't really have anything super positive to say about it. I don't have anything super negative to say about it either. Like, but there's just nothing of interest to me.
Calidor's chapter.
They're not supporting Warhammer Fantasy at all through it. And the Age of Sigmar support is very, very razor thin. Oh, here she comes. Oh my gosh, look at all those Hydras. We should be able to win this without too much issue, though he does have quite a bit of stuff. But I've got 2 dragons. They're super dragons. The best kinds of dragons. Alright, so he's being pretty aggressive, so he should come to us. But we're basically just gonna pick a spot on the shore and prepare for battle. Have spears in front, because they're lovely and heavily armored. Then we're going to have our Guardian White Lions behind that. And then our Swordmasters ready to fight across the line and on the flanks. The Sisters of Avalorn will be behind them. Age will go here. And then both of these guys will stand in the center. And we got Dargans. We got Dargans! And a Bolter. Come and get some!
I saw Archmage.
Gives my Archmage a chance to get 2 full magic, which is good. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he is the Sword of Cain. That might be a problem. The good news is he's a ranged character, so he's probably not going to use the sword very well. But there's certainly a potential for some painful moments. Let's see if we can get some early dragon breaths. I want to aim for these guys. So turn on guard stand. See if we can hit these guys with fire. Blech. Light them up.
The most potent spells.
Orders received. To battle!
A dragon coming in. Hold the line!
For duty!
I saw Archmage.
Absolute grief.
Acknowledged! Charge! Yes! Understood!
Dude is spamming abilities like it's his last day on Earth.
Swiftly!
Alright,
Spell cast.
go ahead and throw down big armors.
It's yours!
Focus fire!
Go.
Activate guard stance.
Swordmaster at power.
Forward!
Spearman.
Forward!
To the fray! For honor!
Not you.
For duty.
Deploy! Weapons ready!
Roast to Hydra. Damage boosts.
Behold my power.
Let's Plague Thrust the Black Dragon to give our dragon an advantage.
Unleash.
Go for a big old debuff here.
Observe my radiance.
Blast here.
Summon the winds.
Oop, we got guys behind us.
Fool things
Dragon,
I've
over here.
got to raid Clan Nester.
Hey, Ekai Gamer, thanks so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Good to hear from you.
Speak quickly!
Summon the Phoenix. Summon the Phoenix.
St. Louis, Sina!
Bring it down! Bring it down! Okay, let's get a final transmutation on all these Hydras. Our dragon's gonna win that fight. He's trying though. Archers, save the dragon! Dragon, get out of there! Oh, he regenerated. Nice! God, he's the special dragon that can, like, come back to life because he's like a phoenix.
Loremaster of
Ow. Alright, you lot. Let's get rid of these enemy archers. I want to kill everything but the enemy general. Because if we can shatter the army... Okay, let's switch to single shot. And everybody into the enemy general. Kill that Hydra. You. Get the Hydra. You lot. Karate! Chop! Thanks for the raid! Again, Ekai Gamer, how was your stream? Good, I hope? It's gonna be unfortunate having the Sword of Cain on a wizard, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Keep firing! Keep firing! Let us nuke his armor, so he's taking max damage. Look out. Look out. Run! Run! Did my chat break? Because it's not very often you get a raid, and then it's just completely dead silence. Oh, I'm gonna refresh my stream. Go. Testing? Okay, no, that's working. Maybe they're just quiet. Anybody from Ekai's stream? What were y'all up to? Really like to get a big final transmutation if I can. We're just doing our best to kind of beat this guy down. You're all lurkers. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think it's like 28 wins of magic for a big one. Let's bring the dragons over. There we go, it's 25. Well, for those of you just joining us, we are near the end of our Imrik campaign. Basically, I have started a kind of like an around the world tour, where we are working on kind of conquering, like beating a character with every race in the game, and attempting to kind of play lore thematic builds. So like we're accomplishing lore thematic goals. So like instead of just being like, oh, we're gonna win the short campaign victory, we're trying to do what Imrik would actually do. So we have conquered numerous dragon sites, wiped out a lot of enemies. We banished the greenskins. We're slowly but surely grinding down the Skaven. We are chopping apart the Dark Elves. We have unified Ulthuan, for the most part, though there are some Dark Elf holdouts. But the Dark Elves have been pushed out of Nagaroth. So now we are pushing the Dark Elves off of Ulthuan And then once we push them off Ulthuan, we will pursue them to Bretonnia, where they are attacking. And then that is where we will bring them down and put them to the sword. And then we will be done with our High Elf playthrough, and then it'll be on to the next army. Has Games Workshop giving any indication of when the Old World will be released?
Well, what is it?
Not
Do not squander the
really.
dragon
I would say we're still at least a few years off. I would not expect any releases for Warhammer the Old World for at least another year. Yeah, I kind of want to reject the Sword of Cain. I don't really want it on a wizard. But if I reject it, I think the Dark Elves have control of where it is. So I'll claim it for now. But the reason we're claiming it is because I don't want it to go to somebody else. So as soon as we can, we will have the wizard return the Sword of Cain, and then we will get it onto a character who can actually make use out of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab... oh, we can get a cheaper final transmutation. Yeah, let's take that. And then let's do... query.
Infused by Hoet's wisdom.
Alright. Create our sword... or our
Safari's servant.
fighter lord a little bit more.
Strike.
Pursue this boat.
We need
Blow it
not
up.
fear our lessers.
And we're actually gonna... let's go ahead and make our way for the Shrine of Cain.
Row, Asor.
Might as well do our best to take it. Get it into proper hands. Trustworthy hands. Instead of allowing some other pleb to own it. Right, and then we should have the ability to recruit Sisters of Avalorn. Yep. So we can recruit those for that army, and then we can hire a oh, gosh, that's really good, but that's not what I want on this character. Entrepreneur is not bad. Tax rate, cool. Upkeep production, I feel like we could get so much better than this. Did I win that game against that AOS High Elf player? I did. I'm assuming you're talking about my game against the Lumineth? Yes, I won very handedly. I'm not exactly sure what game you're talking about, but I assume that's the game you're talking about. Now, I'll actually wait. Not really. Yeah, he took a really good build. It was actually the build I was the most afraid of, and have been anticipating going up against for a very long time. Which is, it was basically techless with just a whole bunch of the archer guys. I think they're called like Arlen Wardens or something like that. And yes, I did defeat him quite handedly. I think I pretty much tabled him by the end of turn 3.
You may look upon it.
I mean, it was a good list, but Techless was a lot squishier than I thought he would be. And with Techless so squishy, the thing that I did was I made sure that almost my entire army was actually deployed in the underworld right at the start. So like literally half my army wasn't on the table. That way he couldn't shoot me turn 1. And then I summoned on my entire army at the bottom of turn 1. I got the double turn, so I was able to then move all my guys close and wipe out about a third of his army. And then I just kind of slowly but surely chewed through the rest of his faction. And then Lady Allender and Cardos Valentian got on Techless and just beat the snot out of him. Patton, that's awesome, dude. Which undead are you running?
I wield the winds.
Oh man, this is the army that has like nothing but Hellblast or like Hellstorm rocket batteries. Oh my god. Hey, Hey, G Baby Barca, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, we will fight that in a minute because that's gonna be like that's gonna be an absolute mess. Just because it's like oodles of goofy stuff. Got one more turn till Imrik's ready to move again. We need to keep putting pressure on the Skaven in the south.
We march.
So we're just gonna keep moving towards Restra, but keeping our ambush stance hopefully active so we can catch the Skaven off guard. Combination of Soul Blight and Flesh Eater Courts. Awesome. Beardy man. That reminds me, don't forget, Lorebeards will be right here on Sunday at noon o'clock or 12 p.m. CST. If you want to catch this week's Lorebeards live, that is where we will be. This week should be pretty exciting. We're going to be talking quite a bit about Total War multiplayer. We should have on a special guest to talk about that at length. And we will be covering a couple of other topics. Obviously, we're going to be talking a bit more about Faye and some other stuff, so you won't want to miss it. Well, Baby Barca, you know, do your best. By the way, for anyone that came over from Elkai Gamer's stream, and you're like, who the hell is this Loremaster guy? I guess I should introduce myself. Normally I have my camera on, but I didn't today because I'm gross and need to take a shower. But I am Loremaster of Sotek. Hello. I am one of the premier authorities on Warhammer Fantasy lore. It is something that I specialize in and study quite a bit. I have a YouTube channel, which Nightbot should post occasionally. Or I think you can type !socials or social, and it'll bring up everything. But I'm happy to answer any and all questions you may have about Warhammer Fantasy, whether it's the actual tabletop game, the lore, the video games, the whatever, the novels, any of that stuff. I'm happy to, you know, painting and all that stuff. I'm happy to try and help out as best I can. I work very, very hard to try and support all forms of the Total War Warhammer community. Well, just the Warhammer community in general. Whether that's artists or, you know, whatever, literally. I try and support as many as I can. I have a podcast that I started not too long ago, which is called Lorebeards. And Lorebeards is been going very well. We get together about once a week, me and another creator by the name of Great Book of Grudges, to talk about everything Warhammer related. I'm also very involved in Age of Sigmar. I really, really enjoy the game. I play it competitively, very, very competitively. I'm a Nighthaunt player, and my goal by the end of this year is actually to be the highest scoring Nighthaunt player in the world. Which so far I am doing pretty good as far as like being on track to accomplish that. Oh god, run, run, run! Oh god! Oh god, it's raining fire! Oh sweet Jesus! Bootleg fireworks! But if you're interested in checking out my main YouTube channel, I cover a lot of topics regarding Warhammer Fantasy lore and literature. Like we have like a really popular ongoing series, which is called, we have like a Q&A series where I just answer random questions about all your favorite factions and races. We have a series that revolves around, I have like a legendary lore series that covers all of the different legendary lords in the game, and covers all of their entire story, super duper duper in depth. So if you have if you've ever wanted to know like the entire story from beginning to end of like Belagar Ironhammer, I've got that. We've done quite a few of them. There are, of course, more on the way that people are excited to read about or listen to, and those videos tend to be like hours long. But here on Twitch, I'm mostly, I guess what you would call a variety streamer. I just kind of stream whatever I'm feeling at the time. So sometimes, right now, for instance, in the mornings when I'm able to like get up and exist, we've been playing through The Witcher 3, which has been super fun. It's my first playthrough of that game. But we've played through on stream Horizon Zero Dawn, Hades. Oh gosh, what else have we played, chat? What else have we played? We gotta shut down these rocket batteries. They are just dealing obscene amounts of damage. We rampaged the steam tank. It's amazing.
Yes.
Sisters,
Orders.
take the walls
At once.
and rain down hell upon them.
Swordmaster of Hoeth. It will be done.
Loremaster of Hoeth.
Where I predicted. Destiny sends me.
Dragon back up in the air.
The most potent spell.
That's one dead steam tank. Not to be two dead steam tanks. Get rid of all these outriders. Yeah, a little Pathfinder, which we will definitely be getting back to Pathfinder sooner rather than later. We also paint quite a bit on stream. Oh yeah, a Mori. Yeah. We did a Mori. Which that was a game. that was a game. It was certainly not a lighthearted game, but it was what you would technically define as a video game. Or better or worse. I really enjoyed that playthrough, but like, good God, that game was heavy. But yeah. So, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm happy to answer them. Or if you want, you could just hang out and lurk and chat. Lurking is something very close to my own heart. I very much enjoy lurking, and, you know, as someone who is a deep fan of the Lizardmen, lurking is, of course, something we are intimately familiar with. But, yeah, so my main channel, for anyone that wants to check out, like, any of the Warhammer stuff, is Loremaster of Sotek. And if you're interested in checking out any of the other video games I've played through and seeing my playthrough and experience those games with me, you could type in !VOD, and that will lead you to my secondary YouTube channel, which is Game Master of Sotek. And that is it for my shilling for today. That's my shill quota.
One prevails. Asuryan protects.
Alright.
Master of high.
Taking the Shrine of Cain. All is well.
Scholar.
Happy Friday. Indeed. It is Happy Friday. Sure, many people are excited for the weekend. Lord knows it can never come too soon, right? Alright, the ancient city of Quintex is under attack by dragons. That's good. The Morathi's capital will soon be reduced to ash. Not but ash.
Princess of the Asur.
Right. Bone Rattlers are destroyed. Excellent. Good news for us.
await your command.
What you got for us? Empty ruin? Well, not an empty ruin, but an empty city. Take the fight to the Skaven. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight this one myself, so we'll do that near the end of the turn. Is this live? No. No, this is actually just a very, very sophisticated recording that I used my prophetic powers to be able to answer all of your questions in advance. But this is actually not live. I don't live stream. No, that I only make videos. This is just a very intricately done video. Has anyone treated themselves to any Warhammer stuff? I mean, I'm gonna be buying a ton of stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna be buying the new Orc War Clans and the new Stormcast Eternals book tomorrow, so I can get that sweet, sweet lore.
The vortex calls.
Good lord, that's a lot of chaos corruption.
Gifted advisor.
Just shut that down real quick.
Do not tarry. Seeking a trial.
Alright, let's take Rystra. Traded myself to a Total War Warhammer 3 pre-order. Your Kill Team box just arrived. Oh, nice, dude. I've heard the new Kill Team is pretty fun. I've definitely seen some memes about the dice because they use the Cursed City dice instead of just normal dice. But, I've heard good things about Kill Team. Seems fun. I might get into it if they continue to release, like, unique warbands. I might get into it once they release the Tyranids.
Princess of Ulthuan.
Love griffins. Cool looking beasties. Alright, so we've got a ton of cav. We're gonna use our bolt throwers to smash down the doors, while our flyers head into the city proper to cause some disruption. Actually, it's probably gonna be better to be over here so we minimize the casualties we'll take from enemy shooting.
Wielder of the winds.
You get her on a horse.
Eagle Claw. Assyrian willing.
Understood.
Alright, so we're gonna let's bring up our Aurelian Reavers. Let them just start opening fire.
Outward mage. Guide my bow.
Send our princess forward.
They die.
Reaver bow, fire! Any day now.
Princess of Ulthuan.
There we go. Oh, that dealt some damage. Oh my good lord. Alright, let's take out these enemy war machines. Oop. Good juke, good juke. I'm gonna summon Skaven on my silver helms.
Princess of Ulthuan.
Buff some damage. Bird, activate fire tornado. Breathe ice on this thing. Blech. We're gonna have the Phoenix fight the Rat Ogres, and we're gonna have the Dragon fight the Warp Lightning Cannon. Gate is falling apart.
Attack.
Getting some excellent damage from all of our wizards. Gonna have my mage start messing with their mage. Ooh. Cavalry, defend the bolt throwers! Defend the bolt throwers! I need to get Tyrnot chariots instead of Ithamar chariots.
I saw a princess. It shall be.
Eagle Claw! Battle calls!
Get back on.
Advance! Orders received.
Okay, the gates are down. Silver helms. Charge!
Princess of Althorn.
Okay, we're gonna send our princess deeper in.
Arathorn. Orders.
Oh, that did like nothing to him. Let's buff them with Hand of Glory. And let's summon a big angry phoenix right there.
Scython, hear me. Princess of
I'm coming.
Understood. For order.
Charge!
For Althorn. For the ever
Oh! Plague Priest on. Go with you. Come here.
Full march chariot.
I got one of my bolt throwers. That's a bummer.
Althorn mage.
Silver helms.
Oh, they got Storm Vermin. Back out! Back out!
At once.
Storm Vermin are painful.
At your command.
The siege map is an archer's heaven. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Silver helms. Assyrian.
Fall back! Oh, the Seafarer! Fire!
It will be done.
Our bird got health back, so that's cool. Dragon down over here.
Princess of Althorn. Champion of order. Princess of Althorn.
Princess, into the air. Bird, I got a job for you. Brilliant Reavers are starting to run out of
Princess
ammo.
Althorn. Moving out. Defender of Althorn.
And, dang it. And the AI is annoyingly good at dodging those.
I concur.
Oh, no,
Agreed.
not that. Just shoot.
Princess of Althorn. For Asturian. Asur Guardian.
Why are you?
With Cadate. St. Louis. For order.
Reaver bow! Wow, that was a horrible shot,
Princess
game.
of Althorn.
Alright. Gates are clear! Forward!
Princess of Althorn. Princess. Advancing.
Silver helms. As you say.
For Louis.
Perfect. Down.
Handmaiden of the Ever Queen. Devoted
let's get rid of these poison wing Lobadiers.
Daughter of Ulthuan, handmaiden.
Pop the healing pot.
Loyal.
Princess of Ulthuan.
Princess is doing really good damage. Blinking that guy over and over and over again. Weird. Alright, their leadership is broken.
Princess of Ulthuan.
It was a little messy, but we got through it.
Warrior maiden.
I didn't do a very good job of defending the bolt throwers, but that's my bad. Shriek of Black Chasm. The Black Chasm is actually a location I really want them to add onto the Mortal Empires map. Because it would put Skaven in Bretonnia. Black Chasm is actually one of like the largest Skaven cities in the old world, and it's like a giant undercity in Bretonnia that I would really love for them to add. I could sack that for just oodles of money. Or I could take it and yeah, I'll take it. Get like a reasonably high level settlement that I can hopefully wage a defense from. Defensive fight. Okay, let's get piercing shots. Make my bolt or my shooting really strong. For you, let's get another point of replenish troops.
Lady of the Phoenix.
Ooh, yeah, Rystra starts off at level 4. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get all this going.
Lady of Ulthuan.
Hire a bolt thrower from far away. Okay, that's all going. Check around the world for any other upgrades we need to do. Our large amount of finances. Good. I feel like you're really quiet. I shouldn't be. Do you have it turned up? I mean, the game's really quiet, which I'm actually gonna turn the game up a fair bit. I mean, I've been messing with my mic settings like here and there, so it might be something weird. But I mean, it shouldn't be.
Asur Princess.
I would just maybe make sure your Twitch is turned up.
I have slain countless drooping before.
Master of high magic.
Yeah. Skaggy, that's fine. We're taking back the donut, chat. One step at a time. And the good news is it looks like Bretonnia and the Empire are also starting to take back the land of Bretonnia. So hopefully when we cross the ocean, it isn't just like a horrible mess.
Thank the god.
Asur sorcerer.
Alright, we leveled up this guy, so let's take a point in Blade Shield. Tanky. Have I used the Warhammer cookbook? There's a Warhammer cookbook?
Asurian,
think I have
take
that.
them. Annihilate them.
Who published the Warhammer
Do
cookbook?
not tarry. The Archmage marches.
Be ready for anything. These fools have no chance. They'll thrive.
I think I remember something. I have not. It's not ringing a bell for me.
Attention.
Like that sounds like almost more of one of those like joke releases than one of the actual ones. Let's tell the dwarves to go after weak head taker here. While we take some time to recover in our little fortress. Arcane conduit, very nice. Let's see. Fortress of Vorag. We can get a max level mage tower. Ooh, cool. Carrick 8 Peaks. We can upgrade a substantial amount again. Yeah, I remember CA did like a little cooking show goofy thing, but it was more like a little mini game as opposed to like something actually important, I guess, if that makes sense. So, okay, the Dark Elves have been pushed out of Nagaroth. There's just an annoying boat still out in the ocean. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, the Dark Elves have been almost entirely run out of Bretonnia. Okay, that's good. I was not sure to what extent they had lost control. It looks like they have massively lost control. That's good. Good. All right. So the Dark Elves are near death, and that will pretty much signal the end of our campaign, other than just dealing with Quick Head Taker. I feel like I hallucinated it. I was gonna say I've never heard of that. I would be more than happy to buy it, but I don't think that exists. Mole Spaghetti, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. Okay, the dwarves are on the move.
The power and the glory of Calador bids you welcome.
Oh, Dirthu is like super angry with me for some reason. Alright, we got Fireborn Nature, which buffs a lot of our units, which is awesome. Let's do, yeah, Dragon Spawn to make our dragons even stronger! Alright, we got a big boy garrison at Raestra, so we can continue advancing.
Ready to serve.
We'll head south into the jungles.
Son of Ulfwin.
I'm going to send this guy to Liberus to make sure there's no Skaven back there. Got Tomb Kings coming down to help, so that's nice.
Ready yourselves.
Let's try and capture Tor Kurale.
They cannot withstand
Nice.
high magic. It will know the teachings of Teclis.
Friedrich Heckner, good to see you, my dude. Have a good... How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Am I taking for submissions for the Lorebeard's character thing on my Discord? Do you mean the Who Would Wins? Because the answer is yes. Yes, I am accepting Who Would Win submissions on my Discord. That is very correct. Do I know which Total War Warhammer 2 campaign is next? I can't remember which race comes after the High Elves. It's either the Lizardmen or the Dark Elves. But the chat gets to vote on the character that I play. That I do kind of my lore-themed playthrough with. So, like, that'll be chat's decision. It's Lizardmen next? Okay. Oh, the painted minis. Oh, yes. Yeah, Flaccid Feline, you can post it in Discord, or you can post it over Twitter. If you do it on Twitter, all you need to do is include like the hashtag
Corruption is rife.
and like you're golden. But yeah, you can put it wherever you want. Sorry, yeah, that took me a second to... Took me a moment to remember what we were talking about. Let's summon a Life Wizard to protect this city for us. Let's do protective.
High Elven Archmage.
Because there's just hella corruption going on here. Oh yeah, give me that Dwellers Below and Regrowth. Very nice. We'll summon some units to help her hold down the city. it is dealing with a lot of issues at the moment.
Imrik,
Okay, they just burned the shrine to the ground like a bunch of jerks.
you may look upon me.
Alright, so we're gonna head for
simple
Yivris.
crusade.
Imrik. Meanwhile, down south,
Direct me.
the dwarves are heading for Queek. I'm ambushing here. Let's make Durthu a little less upset with us. But yeah, chat, if y'all stick around to the end of today's stream, y'all will be able to vote on who I will be doing my kind of loreful playthrough with the Lizardmen. So if you want to be able to participate in that vote, all you gotta do is stick around. We are finishing this damn campaign tonight. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it costs.
I will see you burn for your transgressions against Calador.
No, I don't like you. Celestial Storm makes me angry.
Even scurrying. At your service.
Okay, so she's laying siege to that Skaven city. I don't need to worry about investigating it.
I will dispatch them.
And chase after this warlord and kill that dude.
Aye!
Still pursuing
Can I offer
something.
assistance?
Oh, our princess leveled up again. Nice. Oh, she can ride a dragon now, which definitely. I think I'll just save up for a star dragon. I'll keep her on a griffin for now, and then we'll move to a star dragon when that time comes. Let us upgrade your speed so you can be quite fast. And then you need one more level before you can ride the fancy horse. So why don't we grab Speed of Assurin? Lift. Mountain holds are strong. Man, the chaos corruption is real. My lord, it is just like obscene amounts of chaos corruption.
Calador's champion.
Alright, we'll take the fight to Tor Yivris. And we'll
Let
just take
us
it.
wake the dragons. I claim it for Calador.
Yay, Altharion will be happy.
Crown Prince.
High Elven Archmage.
Building goes here. Oh, the ancient subterranean palace.
High Mage.
You go
Fury
after
of
the
winds.
Black Ark. The Dark Elves have almost been completely routed out of Bretonnia, which is awesome. And there's only one more Dark Elf settlement on the entirety of Ulthuan. I think that's nearly everything. I think the Dark Elves are literally on the cusp of defeat. It is excellent
Princess.
news.
In defense of Ulthuan.
Then all that will remain is those dastardly rat men.
Ready to attack.
Your request.
We got Thorgrim Grudgebearer himself coming down the chute to offer aid. I actually need to finish my chain rest, dude. It's gonna take me at least a week, I think, to paint one of my heroes for Lorebeards, for the Tale of Two Gamers. I gotta get those chain rests finished. I'm close. The only thing I have left to do with them is I have to base coat the wood part of their weapons, and then I need to base coat the
Our cause is noble.
A noble
I need
and
to
worthy
base coat the
The axe thirsts for war.
stone.
You called? A wise course.
We'll head for the Golden Tower,
Moving out.
while Thorgrim, I assume, heads straight south. Oops.
I like the way.
Fortunate. Alright, we've got marble. We can focus on growth.
Glory awaits.
Then I will capture Trilinia.
It'll be no contest at all. You will never be safe.
Go.
Infused by Hoeth's wisdom,
Very nice, very nice. Get that immortality.
I wield the winds.
Then let's take the fight to
Bring
him. Oh, it's Malekith. How delightful. Oh my god, look at all those shades! Oh, I don't want to fight this. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Do I think it's wrong that the Soulblight Gravelords don't have the vampire coach? You mean the black coach? No, because I like my black coach, and how dare you suggest it should be taken away from me? I mean, you have to remember, the whole thing about a black coach is that everything operating the black coach is a ghost. There are no, like, living, or there are no physical undead, on the model at all. It's literally just all a ghost. That's why it is considered a Nighthaunt mini. But in addition to that, like, the whole concept about it is that it's this spooky ethereal cart that rides around with a dead, like a deceased champion of death in it, who is basically trying to, who's like giving off the aura of death and trying to regenerate constantly. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. First we'll gamble, because why not? Gambling's fun. Pretty Rainbow, good to see you, my dude. Alright, you two head straight for Malekith. The rest of us... Arch!
Certainly. Assault Archmage.
Yes.
Archers! Open fire! Oops, dodge.
Love my radiance.
Daka, 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 daka. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that is very painful. And there goes my wizard.
The winds flow through me.
Yeah, Malekith needs to die.
Assault Archmage.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
Oh, my army is so bunched up, guys. Come on, spread out. Oh my sweet Jesus. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Assyrians
Okay.
fire.
Let's
Archmages
set up over here. Wow, we took a massive amount of unnecessary damage. Sweet Jesus. Alright, we're gonna send our dragons out to scout.
Spellcaster supreme. Led by
Ugh,
Hoeth.
God. He literally just, like, spammed every single ability on top of my entire army. And, he got dividends, I gotta say.
Apace, we advance.
A rather obscene amount of damage. Alright. Positions! Positions! We just gotta completely massacre all of these shade units. Because these shades are gonna hurt so bad. We just gotta, like, focus them down one at a time. Dragons, fall back.
Behold my power.
Spearman.
It is done.
Dragons fight them.
Assault Archmage.
Suck on this! Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. This is gonna be beautiful. Baboo. Oh my god. Oh, that chain lightning. Oh, that chain lightning.
Swordmaster of Hoeth. Orders received.
Swordmasters.
It will be done.
It's Boogie.
Can I be praised?
Forward.
Duel! Battle call.
Oh, good grief. Oh my god, this is the mass death. Make yourself useful.
Right away. Without fail.
Witness true magic! Behold my power!
Archers, return fire.
Time age ready!
I am ready.
Dragons, fall back.
As you say. Understood. Acknowledge.
Assault Archmage! Weaver of the Winds! Elven Knight!
My power is yours.
One at a time, one at a time.
To the fray.
Loremaster of Hoeth.
Noble board.
Okay, let's pull back. Pull back. We're taking a lot of heat.
Wielder of the winds. To war.
Oh, he's got a siren. That's not nice.
To the fray. It shall be done.
Assault Archmage!
Get some protection to these guys and get them back over here.
Observe my radiance! True magic is mine!
Daka. So cover him in dragon fire. Bring you out this way. Bring you out this way. Drop the buffs.
Magic's unleashed!
Some of the chain lightning.
Witness true magic!
Unleash the dragon fire. Unleash the final transmutation. If I can get range. Yeah, dodge this, you bastards. Ugh, there we go. Our dragon, he's all yours.
Assault Archmage!
Victory!
Unlimited power!
Victory! Whoa, hold your fire, hold your fire. let's not shoot the dragon. Wow, that was brutally
Assault
painful.
Archmage! Victory is destined!
I mean, we won, but like, good God. Wow, Reedy Rainbow. That is a long time ago, my dude. Well, I'm glad you were able to make your way back. Welcome back. Eat 'em. All right, I believe that was the second to last Black Ark. I think there's one more that's up in Nagaroth, but it's not going to be able to like get away with taking any settlements, I don't think. And more importantly, Malekith is dead, at least for now. Though I guess we do need to stop it because it's going to continue to summon like generals. But his finances should like absolutely implode now that he doesn't have any more cities.
Suffer the might of Zafari! Sail on! Both one's
job, good
triumph was
job.
foreseen.
Let's grab some elven healing. You desperately need it.
Master of high magic.
Why does Malekith wear that getup again? So Malekith way back, long time ago,
We
at the end
need
of this
not
big
fear
war
our
called, or well,
lessons.
more at the start of this big war called the Sundering.
Full sail.
Malekith attempted
Row,
to
Asur.
take over Ulthuan. Yeah, he's essentially Darth Vader. And during his takeover attempt, he got majorly burned. Like, he got the absolute... he got burned to such an insane degree that he was basically dead. And the only reason he survived is because his mother, Morathi, worked together with this nasty individual known as Sotek, and Sotek forged Malekith that armor that he's wearing, and Malekith is sealed inside of it. So he needs that armor to survive, but it's literally fused onto his very flesh. Like, he can't take it off. It sustains him, but he's also trapped in it. So, like, Malekith does not eat, he does not drink, he doesn't perform any really normal biological functions, because the armor is what sustains him. Does he still have an AOS? No. In Age of Sigmar, he was basically reincarnated, well, not reincarnated, but he has become Malarian. And Malarian is the god of shadows, but he's like a shadow creature, or a shadow demon type entity, as opposed to a Darth Vader Dark Elf.
You may approach.
For Asturian.
Push the Skaven out.
You inhabit. Not for long.
Your best.
Push them back. Push them back. Ah, volley of high arrows. Nice. Let's see. Get cheap apotheosis. And you can ride a barded steed. Nice. So now she can run around with my cav units.
Princess of the Asur.
Placement for helm. I thought Malekith was a pretty top dude till he got fried.
Brave and true.
I mean, he was very powerful and had a lot of... I mean, he had a lot going for him before he got burned. That is true. Doesn't he have... I mean, Malekith does... No, Malekith does not have slaves to perform, like, biological things. Like, he does not have sex slaves. Malekith would have literally zero use for them. The only reason I could ever see Malekith even wanting slaves for anything, really, is just as a sign of power. Like, I mean, he wouldn't be able to do anything. Like, Malekith literally cannot take his armor off. There's nothing... He cannot enjoy the spicier elements of life. That is not available to him as an option anymore.
Gifted advisor.
Calador wakes. Onward! The dragon's rig.
This is actually probably the last fight we're going to get with Imrik, so I'm going to go ahead and fight it. Do Dark Elf slaves make Skaven slaves seem well off? That depends. If you are a Skaven slave, your life is going to be pain and suffering, but you're probably going to die fairly quickly. Dark Elf slaves, you're probably going to be kept alive a lot longer. And it is more likely that... I would say that being a Skaven slave is probably better, to be frank, because you are more likely to die quickly. You have a better chance of escaping. And when the Skaven do inevitably kill you, they're probably just gonna, like, let you die. As opposed to, like, Dark Elves who quite honestly, literally have the ability to, like, harness your soul and use it for various rituals, or things that are important to them, which you don't want to have happen because it's a bad time. It's a really bad time. So I would say that if you had to pick, I mean, obviously the answer would be neither. But if you had to pick, I would probably go with Skaven because you die much quicker, and once you're dead, you know, you're pretty much free. You don't have to worry about being like eternally tortured or sacrificed to demons, unless you're just super unlucky. I mean, it can happen, but the odds of that are much smaller. Yeah, in the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, they had even in 2nd edition, there was a whole thing for like being a former Skaven slave, like someone who was captured by the Skaven and then later freed.
Very well.
Order. Winds of magic rise.
Imrik, he's all yours. The rest of you, let's get busy roasting.
The Phoenix rises.
I have any abilities. Ow! God, I do not like how surprisingly decent the AI is at using their black art abilities. It's super annoying.
One mage.
Yeah, being enslaved by the Chaos Dwarves, if you're lucky, you'd be the person sent down to work in the horrid conditions of the mines, contract some demon-infused version of lung cancer, and die very quickly. Frickin' color the rainbow Skittle Dragons. Yeah, the only thing I would change for this army so we had all the different kinds of dragons is I would switch out our second Sun Dragon for a Moon Dragon. But our Sun Dragon is named because someone in the chat named him, and I don't want to get rid of. I don't want to get rid of a dragon somebody named. That'd be rude. Not as annoying as Warp Lightning. Debatable. Amy, yeah, that's probably older art. I mean, older Malekith was quite a bit different. Like, I mean, if you go back far enough, there was stuff about like Malekith sleeping with his mother. And a lot more like over the top evil / incestuous notes that are not in the lore anymore. Malekith was more like almost comically evil back then. I don't think they had developed how like his armor functions specifically as much. I don't know, maybe Malekith just kept them around as eye candy, who could say. I mean, I would not put it past Malekith to keep around some sort of slave to just like be a representation of his authority or his power, to, you know, kind of be like, oh, look how spooky and powerful I am because I have all these like super nice toys, as opposed to like a more common situation, as opposed to like actually using them for anything. Yeah, but yeah, there is a scene in Gotrek and Felix where, like, I think the opening scene with Teclis is him after a night of sleeping with some twins, elven twins. But that's just like some girls that Teclis met and spent the night with. Make you a meat shield, I can do that. Oh, Thorgrim, why are you going back north, dude? Come on. Let's conquer these rats.
We are pure of heart.
We'll let
I
him
serve
deal
the
with that.
Phoenix King.
I will do my duty.
While I just kind of keep discovering Skaven settlements as we push them further and further into the jungles. The trees are speaking quickish. Let's see. Let's get our guy here with some damage.
I wield the
Damage.
winds.
And then we're gonna send her. Where am I gonna send? There's no more dark elves on this side of the planet. So I think we're just gonna send her back to Ulthuan for some stuff. Imrik, we're going to send after the last Black Ark. And also, if we can find him, we will send him after Archaon, if he ever chose. Who's lurking around here somewhere.
Master of Drakes. Raise sail.
Off we go. I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere around here.
The people are rested.
The Ulthuan is back under
I
our
am the
control.
heir of Anarion, and I...
Now we're just worrying about wiping out the Skaven. And then you are heading Balzander.
Set sail!
Go here!
Archmage. High Elven Archmage.
It really doesn't like it. Karakazul will upgrade. The Dwarves are continuing to help us against the Vermin. And we've almost got the Skaven contained. There is still a possibility they could slip out from out the side there, but we need to figure out where the hell Archaon is. Around here somewhere. Just not sure where. Because, like, all of Naggaroth has literally just been burnt to a crisp. This is on hard? Yeah. Hard. Hey, Fangs out. Good to see you, dude. Is that all Clan Rictus? No. They're just Chaos Ruins. We had the legendary Chaos Invasion. So Chaos kind of like just broke everything. Like, destroyed all of reality.
Power and the glory of Calais.
Over in Naggaroth. Their invasion through the east did not go super well, but their western invasion went extremely well. Teclis is literally the only force alive on that side of the planet. So you can see that literally all the AI factions are now heading towards this area now. But my target is the Admiral. I'm pretty sure that is the last Dark Elf thing in the world. Yeah, that's all that's left of the Dark Elves is that Black Ark. So that's where I'm heading.
I see the winds.
I don't know if there's anything in Teotihuacan.
Standing by.
Guess we'll find out.
Ali.
The axe thirsts
Trying to keep the
for
dwarves moving in the same direction as me, so they don't become a problem. Yeah, Chaos Invasion. Everybody's dead except for Archaon, and Chaos has raised 82 settlements. Pretty impressive, to be honest. So I don't know where Archaon is, but he's alive somewhere. Oh, don't spread plague. That's very rude.
You are privileged indeed to have the ear of Prince Imrik. I tire of
America
you
doesn't do late
already.
orders. Well, it depends where you live. It depends a lot on where you live. Like if you live in a college town or a major city, you can get whatever you want pretty much any time of day, no problem.
You may
But if you live in like a suburb, like just a really small little American, you know, suburb where it's just a bunch of old white people, then you're gonna struggle to find something.
We are ill at ease.
There's gotta be places in Austin that are open.
Scholar
I mean, hell, dude, at the very least, you got freaking Whataburger. You're in Texas.
I will study here.
Whataburger's always got something.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
Rebellion? Oh, the Shrine of Cain? And I already sent you south. I can send you north, I
High
guess.
Elven Archmage.
Right hard, right fast.
High Elven Archmage.
I wish I knew where Archaon was so I could focus on bringing him down. What is Whataburger? It's like a slightly higher quality McDonald's. Wow, I'm surprised the Drowned are still alive. Oh, well, I guess we're going to War of the Wood Elves. Like, normally the Drowned are, like, one of the first factions to die, but here they're actually, like, pretty okay. There he is! There's Archaon. I wonder if I can catch him with Imrik. I doubt it. He's probably going to die before I get there.
Relish this chance to look upon.
What else? Yeah, I got to be in the right mood for Whataburger. It's not one of those things I can just like get.
Princess of the Azure.
Oh, the AI
Yes,
army's attacking
Sigma.
him. Well, I'll destroy
You
them
have
next
my
turn.
attention. Honorably done.
So yeah, I'm just gonna help direct the dwarves
Retake the realm.
against the Skaven rather than dealing with them myself. Why dirty my own hands when I can manipulate the stunted little dwarfs to do the dirty work for me? They do like playing in dirt so much after all.
You must restore order.
Can I please get a decent handmaiden? No. I don't want a medic. I already have a medic in this army. I don't need another medic. Where's Imrik? I am
Crown Prince.
super high up here. Well, I'm more interested in finishing off the Dark Elves than I am in anything else. I'm just going to keep going north.
Magic in purest form.
Oh crap, the rebel army's a Lithanar? Come on, Dawi, be brave. Yes. I may actually be forced to deal with Archaon myself.
My strength grows.
Oh, nice. Got a sexy upgrade for our Dargans. So now we can do Friends in High Places. Oh, we could get Wardings of Vol. Ward save on Dragon Princes. Hell yeah.
I bring Azurian's fire.
Infused by Hoeth's wisdom, I wield the winds. Gifted advisor.
I said the Bretonnians are going after the Dark Elves, actually.
Calador wakes.
Arcana is so far south, dude. Okay, we're gonna let the Bretonnians are gonna beat me there, so we'll let the Bretonnians kill off the Dark Elves. I'm going after Archaon.
Row, I say. The dragons know. They always know.
Hoeth's disciple.
What's your command? I will serve you.
Lady of Ulthorn.
Get on my way, human. Burn
Asura
off
to battle.
brigands.
I have need of slaves.
Blocking the road. Stop making me hungry. Let's get our wizard on a chariot. Let's do, I guess, hard to hit.
Protector of... Rally
We'll
to me,
claim
Asura.
the city.
Seize the city. Can I offer
Southern
assistance?
jungle. Here's the Shrine of Ashurin. That.
Must be maintained.
Got a commandment down here. Very nice. Is he from lore? Who? Who from lore?
Prince of Calador.
Oh, burn off the brigand? Yeah, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to... The rogue armies are always a little tricky because some of them are based off, like, characters. And others are based off of, others are based off, like, people in the community. So it'll be like a, sometimes it's like, oh, this one is, like a streamer in the community.
I'm waiting.
And they're represented by this. And I'm not 100% sure of all of the, correct answers off the top of my head, much as I would like to be. It makes it kind of a little extra confusing.
King of Mehekara.
So we need to destroy or take 4 more settlements, kill clan Moors. Oh, I need to hire like 2 more white lions. Well, that wasn't Cetra, that was just some random Tomb King. Yes, good, dwarfs, good. Be useful to me. Oh, Durthu's dead. Bashnar the Black. No, Archaon, don't go south! Do not go where I cannot follow! Okay, so we're down here again.
Lady of the
This
Phoenix
lady's
Court.
pretty much done. We're gonna solidify our holdings for Teotihuacan, I think.
Guide me, a noble and worthy cause.
Alright, we've discovered all of the Skaven Empire. Soon it will be knocked but ruined.
The Aesir are troubled.
Master of high magic.
Master of magic. A new fortress of magic.
Pride of Ulswine.
The Bretonians lost? Are you kidding me? Oh my good god. Okay, someone else can deal with Archaon. We're finishing off the Dark Elves. I can't trust the AI to do it, so I guess I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it myself. Just gonna tell all of our allied armies
I am the blood of Shin.
to deal with the Everchosen. We're literally just gonna command every single allied faction to attack Archaon and bring him down. Bring ruin to the three-eyed king. Hey, things out. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a Torchies. I haven't been there in forever. Torchies is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. Things out, yeah. Yeah, you gotta make sure, especially on Legendary, just because the AI has so many cheats, you've got to make sure that you completely wipe them out. Otherwise, they will bounce back. Wow, the Wood Elves are being absolutely annihilated. Archaon's just running around being a little troll. Oh, Wood Elves are dead. Alright,
Sing of my triumph. Raise sail!
after them.
On to adventure!
No, I can help out. Still 3 more turns on that plague. Absolutely obnoxious. I hate the plague mechanic so much.
Your command.
I really hope they revisit the plague mechanic in Total War Warhammer 3. Because, like, it works just fine, but the fact that you cannot counter it is absolute BS. Like, that has got to be changed. Like, every single race needs to have the ability to deal with a plague. Like, either by, like, declaring,
High Elven Archmage.
curious, if I enter this
know
province, do I
my
balance it out? Yes,
destination.
I want it to try and rebel against
The
me.
Archmage
Go ahead and
marches.
kill the rebellion. There we go. Alright, everyone's chasing. Ah, Nagarond is dead! Dang it, I wanted to kill them myself, but Order of Loremasters finally took him down. Now somebody's just got to catch, someone's just got to catch Archaon. Who's, of course, running around being a butt. Good God! He just detonated all those High Elf armies? Oh my God! Jeez!
Imrik. Be ready for anything.
Did he at least take, like, a significant amount of damage?
Your defiance.
A little. I'm gonna assume the AI's got that under control, and I'm just gonna focus on capturing cities.
Carried by waves. The dragon shall wake.
Because I need to take a couple cities to finish the
Used
campaign.
By Hoet's wisdom.
Oh, shoot! You can get him.
Be prepared.
Ah! Oh, here we go. The Sword of Cain versus Archaon. Get him! Let's go! Hey, Charger Rhino! Good to see you, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate that. Good. We get to put down the Everchosen ourselves. Very gloomy island.
Eagle Claw.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, it will be crucial for us to,
White Lion!
take out the hell cannons sooner rather than later.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
That they don't blow up all of our dudes. Yes, blood for the blood god.
Loremaster
So in this case, we meet Cain.
Awaiting orders!
Alright, dragons, I need y'all to get those hell cannons offline. Oof, my gosh. Alright, Archaon, chill, damn.
Obliterate!
Oh, shit!
Fire!
Oh, shit, dude! Belch. Damn, I was really hoping that would destroy it. Okay, we shut down one of them. Alright, he's got that one under control. You better get up in the air. Yep, back to me. Okay, open fire!
Eagle Claw. To the fray.
Noble Lord!
Hold this line! Unleash the Daka!
I summon the wind!
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Asturian guides us! Quickly now! Loremaster of Hoeth!
Wow, that was a beautiful flamestorm. Holy crap.
Spearman. To battle.
Without fail!
Acknowledge.
Oh my god, it even came back!
To the fray!
Wow,
Withdrawing! Duty calls!
that was absolute BS.
At once!
Spellcaster Supreme! Magics unleashed! Witness true magic! Yes!
Summon the Phoenix! So I got any Warhammer tabletop RPG stories? Oh yeah, a whole bunch, dude. I played in a couple campaigns. I also GM'd that game a lot. I actually ran a fairly long campaign on my YouTube that you can still find. If that's something you're interested in. It's still up there and available for people.
My power is yours.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Throw back.
Man, I gotta hand it to Archaon. He's putting up a hell of a fight.
It is done!
Wow, I'm having the shittiest luck with bound spells, dude. Or with like the wandering spells.
Swordmaster of
They just
Hoeth!
keep coming like straight back into my own
Orders
guys.
understood!
Without fail!
Like, we're gonna win. Now, I don't understand why they haven't made Archaon unbreakable. Does anyone else feel that Archaon should be unbreakable? Like, in campaign? It feels weird for, like, the final big bad to just, like, break and run away from the fight, instead of, like, fighting to the bitter end.
Behold
I don't know.
my power!
I feel like it's a little weird.
Loremaster of Hoenn.
He is hustling. Well, like, I think if he is summoned by the AI, like the AI gets him as the final bad, that he should be unbreakable, in my opinion. I don't know, I just think it's a little lame when you get, like, he's supposed to be like the big final villain of your campaign, and then he just breaks and runs away. He should be fighting to the bitter end. Yes, Dorger does need to be substantially larger. Yeah, generally in this game, Chaos Steeds are too small. Dorger, who's supposed to be a demonic steed, not a Chaos Steed, but a freaking demonic steed, which is a whole nother classification larger, is way too small. I also think Pegasi should be a little bit bigger, too. Pegasi are supposed to be monstrous cavalry size, not regular cavalry sized. Oh, nice! We got our dragon. Perfect. Hey, that's a good reward for defeating the Everchosen. To write a jargon.
Master of high magic.
Alright, so we're just gonna have her go after Archaon. Imrik is just going to claim as many settlements as he can. You're just gonna stay here. You're level 20, so you can ride Star Dragon. Woo! Nice. All of our armies, all of our like actual armies, we did get one like little bonus army, but all of our actual armies are now led by Dragon Riders, which is just perfect. Because this army doesn't really count. That army's just there to kind of like hold the peace.
An archmage is accustomed to victory.
Welcome, brothers. What do you wish to discuss?
I'm still upset that Juggernauts aren't going to be in units of 8. While I can see why you would want that, you know, I get it. You know, Corn's favorite number and all that jazz. It would be like, to balance them to be at 8 would be ridiculous. Like, oh my god, like I think even like regular ogre units have more than 8 guys in a unit. And ogres are much, or the ogre Mournfang Riders, and the Mournfang Riders are beefier than Juggernauts. Oh, dude, Eltharion catches up with him. Okay, we gotta join this. Archaon is finally brought down in the Straits of Fear by a High Elf alliance. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. It's so rare that you get to fight, like, side by side with the, AI, but it's always really fun when you do. I think I'm getting follows from bots. Like, I'm looking over in my, I've got, I've got my Streamlabs, like, up on the side and stuff so I can see everything. And, I've been followed by a number of people tonight whose name is Hoss00312 underscore, and then just, like, some random nonsense after the underscore.
I will go.
Makes me awfully suspicious. Unless there's, like, a Hoss00312 clan. Unleash all the endless spells. / bots. Yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them, because if they are... I'm guessing they're, like, maybe trying to comment, but maybe their messages are being deleted. Because Misha did a really good job of making some alterations to our systems so that bots would have a harder time. Final transmutation!
I summon the wind! Behold my
All the spells! All the spells!
I am done!
Now we're going for the kill on Archaon the Everchosen. Boom! So falls the ever-chosen chaos. May he never return. Oh yeah, like I'm sure the chaos feeds are going to be substantially larger in Game 3 because that's probably when they're going to fix them. How many unit models do I think Rhinox would have? How many? I forget. How many unit models do Mournfang Cavalry have right now? Would a Mournfang beat a Juggernaut in the lore? It'd be a pretty even fight. The thing that puts Mournfang Cavalry above Juggernauts, like Skull Crushers or Blood Crushers, is the Riders. On Ultra, it's like 16. Who plays Ultra? I don't play Ultra. What is this nonsense? I play large, as in the way, the optimum way. And the Warriors of Chaos have been destroyed. We are now able to go into the Age of Peace. All is well. I play Ultra. Awesome. We got the Age of Peace. Very, very nice. I want to say 16. Assuming there are 16... oh my god, everyone's declaring war on each other. Assuming there are 16... Mournfang Riders in a unit, then...
You are privileged indeed to have the ear of Prince Imrik.
I would say that for Mournfang Riders, I would probably expect like 6 in a unit. At that unit size. Or at that scale. No, return the Sword of Cain. It is time to sheath it as we head into an era of peace. The war is ending.
Can I offer assistance?
The war is
We
ending.
march on. You may approach.
Time has come to put away our godlike toys and focus on better things. All that remains is putting down the Skaven. Just claiming some random settlements.
The last Phoenix.
We're Oath One.
Dragon Rider.
Master of high magic.
I was wrong. There's 12. If there's 12, then I would say for Rhinox for Rhinox Riders, it would still make sense to have like somewhere in the ballpark of 3 to 4 per unit. Probably 4. I lost unit sword. Oh wait, no, I need you to get can I hire White Lions here? No, but I can down.
I see the wind.
Actually need her to recruit some units so I can get that final trigger.
My attention.
Yvonne.
Daggers in the dark.
Alright, so we still need to take 3 settlements and hire 2 units of White Lions. Yeah, Mournfangs are big. I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean, they've got to be large enough to carry around an ogre. That's not insignificant. Are there any Chaos Ogre notables that could potentially make it into Warhammer 3? There are no famous Chaos Ogre. That's not to say that can't have a Chaos Ogre character of some kind, but I very, very, very much doubt that you'll ever see one. Chaos Ogres are kind of just a little bonus thing that the Warriors of Chaos usually get.
As your lady.
What, did they burn it?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, they did.
What?
Rhinox having the same number of the Knights of Tor Cabal? Either that or even fewer. They'd be in the same ballpark, though.
This
Yeah.
is my destiny.
Let's have
High
you
Elven
abandon the
Archmage.
Shrine of Cain and head for Albion.
Trained by the White Tower.
You are gonna march
Bring me
into
my
here,
tomes.
drop another silvering unit, and pick up 2 white lions. Those are the specialist unit I need. Stern is complete. Oh, and we can get monthly festivals. What demon faction do you think we're getting? I mean, if they're gonna stick with like the traditional rivalry,
Phoenix King.
the big like opponent of Cathay is Tzeentch. So, if they're gonna show off a new demon faction, which there's no guarantee they are, they might, they might come out and be like, hey, here's Cathay versus Kislev and Cathay versus Kislev and Cathay versus Horn, and only show off one. That's definitely possible. But if they're gonna show off a new demon faction, it will almost guaranteed be Tzeentch. And then, but it just depends on when the release date is. Ooh. I guess I'm sticking... Sorry, Liberus. Man, I need to wrap this up. Everyone's starting to declare war on each other. Is gonna make things unpleasant very quickly. I'm now at war with a bunch of people I don't want to be at war with.
I'm waiting.
I know the way.
Age of Peace is a lie. Well, that's why it has that. It has
I
that
wield
suspicious
the
question mark.
winds.
The Age of Peace gets rid of all those fancy bonuses that make all the factions like each other.
What do you wish to discuss?
Oh great, now my ranking is very low. Because the AI forced me to get involved in a bunch of wars I don't want to fight.
Seeking glory.
All I gotta do is take 2 more settlements.
High Elven Archmage. Seek land.
Which we'll be able to do next turn. So, assuming nothing horrible happens, we should be able to... We should have victory next turn. We're just gonna spend a whole bunch of this stuff on making sure Etain still likes us, because as long as we're allied with Etain, we're fine. So we just gotta take Karen Carr and this settlement, and we're golden.
Your instructions.
We will have taken 20 settlements. We will... Oh no, what do I not have control of? Oh no, I don't have control of the Western Badlands because of the freaking...
My axe thirsts for war.
Oh, dwarves, you better hurry up and take that shit right now. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that kind of shit. I'm gonna declare myself victor once the Skaven are dead. Are there any, preferably not evil, canonically gay named characters in fantasy? Like, full-on gay characters are pretty rare. I don't really know any off the top of my head. I mean, there are like minor characters that are, but for the most part, where you see those kinds of characters tends to be there's a lot of bi characters, like characters who do not care about
in defense of Ulthuan.
Orientation one way or the other. Those are kind of all over the place. Like most elven characters swing both ways quite heavily.
Behold, elven beauty.
Son of the fields.
You have the Broken Lands under our control. Yeah, literally all we need is for the dwarfs to take Ekrund and Stone Mine Tower. And then for Our Lady down there to... I guess I could spit out an army here really quickly. Spit out like a death mage who's just unleashed to like take this place immediately. You're saying I still have a shot with Imrik? I mean, getting with any elf is just a matter of if you can impress them. Elves are very sensory beings that are pretty open to a lot of experiences with others. But yeah, the thing is, like, because of what Warhammer Fantasy is, where like the Black Library very explicitly does not allow the writing of sex scenes. Like, that's just not a thing they do. They don't consider it like part of their little system for how they write stories. So they don't do that, first of all. Second of all, like, because every single aspect of Warhammer Fantasy is focused on like warfare.
Seize the city.
There just isn't a lot of information on like characters as far as what they're into or not into, etc., etc.
At your service.
I mean, not to say that like they don't ever like have those kinds of like almost every story has like Gotrek and Felix has like a number of what I would call love scenes, but they're not. It's not like it's not like Game of Thrones level of stuff. It's super duper tame in comparison to that.
Master of high magic.
Just need some spears. Go take this garbage. But there are many written elves who show up in Black Library stories who have partners of the same gender. I don't know if I've ever heard of an elf that is only gay or only straight. I think Tyrion is implied to be only straight, because like the Tyrion is like noted for being very bizarre, because Tyrion's whole thing is that he only sleeps with Alariel. Like he doesn't sleep around, which is considered very weird in elven culture. It is much more normal
Dauntless.
to have like a much more
Castle
casual
princess.
relationship.
We shall not rest.
Like elf relationships tend to be very open, whereas Tyrion is
advisor.
very closed.
Full speed,
Like, Tyrion's
Azor.
like, no,
Be
I've got
prepared,
like one
Azor.
person important to me in my life, and that's it. That's it. And he's considered pretty bizarre because of that. But you know, take from that what you will. Dwarves, dwarves. It is extremely likely there are gay dwarves.
Azor, sorcerer.
Because their male to female ratio is absolutely miserable, but dwarves, you know, are still like exceedingly interested in having relationships and supporting one another and all that kind of stuff. So it is quite likely that there are gay Dawi. I would be shocked if they did not exist in some fashion. I don't know if it's something they would be particularly
Master
open
of
about
magic.
in dwarf society, but they definitely exist.
Full sail.
Halflings, I mean, halflings will like yeah, there have been dwarfs that show, yes, that is absolutely true. There have been dwarf characters that show up and they are very like, hey, whatever works, whatever works. But halflings will sleep with anything. Halflings are like notoriously like they have very little they're not picky. I'll put it that way. I'd have to double check some sources. I don't think Alariel is... I don't remember what Alariel's specific issue is. Or like her spice, so to speak. If I recall correctly, Alariel is much more typical among elves, where she is not exclusive to Tyrion.
High elven archmage.
But I'd have to double check some stuff. What about Nyastra and Arahan? I don't think... I could be wrong on this, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Nyastra and Arahan... Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. I'm gonna reload that. Because the game is trying to force me to have to reconquer Ulthuan all over again, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, Nyastra and Arahan are like demigods. I don't think they indulge in personal affairs. They might. Hard to say. I have certainly seen from all of the art that people certainly want them to, undeniably. I mean, but they are elf twins. I guess that's not a surprise, is it? We're just gonna keep ending our turn. Just keep the High Elves happy so they don't betray me. And just... Well, we need the High Elves and the Dwarves happy, actually. And just rush over to conquer the Western Badlands. Alariel is not married to the Phoenix King. That is not her position in Ulthuan. She the situation between Alariel and the Phoenix King, or well, the Everqueens and the Phoenix Kings, is that the Everqueens are supposed to have their
Master of
firstborn
high
child
magic.
with the Phoenix King, and then after that they can do whatever they want. But they are not married to the Phoenix King. Alariel does not wed in the lore until she marries Malekith during the end times, when he is the Eternity King. And she only does that as a political gesture. She rather heavily despises him.
I tire of you already.
Though he did save her life at kind of the last second.
True magic. Toward power. Pure magic.
Hoeth's disciple.
Okay, the dwarves are waging war there.
Archmage marches.
I head out this way as fast as I can. Come on, Dawe, you can do it. Take Ekrund. Quickly. Well, I think Alariel and Malekith were only married for like 2 to 6 months before the world exploded. It was very short. Oh. Oh gosh, am I gonna have to reload this save like multiple times? No, don't call my allies to help. That'll fix it. There we go. That's how you fix it. Just don't invite anybody to the war. Yeah, we did it! We got the long victory with Imrik. It is done. It's done. It's finished. Victory! In a world of chaos, a time of heroes, an age of war, you've overcome every challenge laid before you and faced down every foe, but your own every foe bent upon your destruction. This strange and dangerous realm, riven with battle, bloodshed, and slaughter, twisted beyond sanity by the warping power of chaos, has seen the foundering of many a mighty empire. Yours remains triumphant and unconquered, victorious in defiance of all. The High Elves have stood guard over this world for millennia, defending it from the worshippers of unholy gods and the unthinking meddling of lesser races. Now, under your stewardship, the glittering hosts have beaten these foes into retreat or oblivion. An age of peace dawns, founded of the glory of the elves. Reedy Rainbow and Hammond, thanks so much for coming to the stream, my dudes. Appreciate y'all being here. Alright, that's it. That's the end. We did it, chat. We did it. We beat Imrik, and I did it in my, according to the story I wanted to follow. We protected the ocean by taking out Nautilus and conquering his undead whirlpool. We vanquished all of the Skaven from the world. We vanquished all of the greenskins in the Badlands so they could never threaten the shores of Ulthuan again. Nautilus. We wiped out the Dark Elves completely, so there are no more Dark Elves anywhere on the planet. Imrik defeated virtually all of the Dark Elf characters in battle. He took down Malus Darkblade. He struck down Malekith the Witch King. He showed oh gosh, I'm drawing a huge blank. The rider of Brachus, the Beast Lord, who was the true master of dragons. We punted Morathi into oblivion. It was by our hand that Archaon was defeated. Rakkar, thank you. I always want to say Radakar, but that's the vampire character from AOS. It's because it's so close to Radakar that it, like, my brain brings up Radakar. I'm like, that's not right. We pushed all the dwarfs out of the eastern, or the Darklands, to show them that we are in control of the lands that the dragons go to die in, not them. They were allowed to keep most of their mountains, and we helped them fight back against the greenskins, but only after we made sure the dwarves understood that we are in control. And yeah, good times. Good times. We did it. And it took us, what, like 200 something turns? 218 turns. Not bad. And we had a couple of really cool armies. We had a bow themed army that was all like lighter cavalry riding around in the far east with our that was all silver helms and Aurelian Reavers with just lots and lots and lots of archers, backed up by some bolt throwers. We had a mage themed army that was all about the magical arrows of the Sisters of Avalorn, backed up by lots of sword masters, silver and guard. And then we had of course, Imrik's army, which was all about the Dargans and Dragon Princes. What a blast. All right, are y'all ready for a poll to see who will be the next campaign once it's time? Ooh, the Lizardmen are up next. A lot of options. Alright. So let's do this. Slash poll, since y'all were all so wonderful as to stay with me. Which Lizardmen shall Legendary Lord shall we play? So this is for the World Tour series. So whichever Lizardman character we end up picking, we will basically be trying to accomplish all of a large series of story objectives with them, in addition to getting their long campaign victory. So for the votes, I only have 5 slots. So some characters are going to not make the cut. So we have Mazda Mundi, Krokgar, Tehinuin. I think we'll skip Nakai. I mean, his campaign's just really rough. And I think we'll also skip Oxiodal. I think those are the 2 that we will not have on the list. Because their campaigns are just kind of wonky. And not in a super great place right now, I think. We got Tic-Tac-Toe. And then we've got Gorok. I kind of feel like Nakai should be on the list, just so there is a Proxigor representative. Let's replace Tic-Tac-Toe with Nakai. Alright. I will allow you, if you so desire, to vote with bits. Because, I mean, I'm more than happy to be bribed for people to get additional votes if they really want a character to win. So the poll will be up for 5 minutes, and we're just gonna hang out. All right, here we go. So you can vote once for free. And then if you want, you can pay bits to vote multiple times. Who do I want to vote for? I'm going to vote for... Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought about playing Tic-Tac-Toe, but I think I might play Tic-Tac-Toe just for fun in the near future. Because of his new synergy with Quaddles. It's unfortunate he does not start with Quaddles, but he's got a lot of really good synergies with them. Alright, so Krokgar has taken an early lead. There's still plenty of time to vote, though. Make sure you get in your votes, chat. It is in y'all's power. I mean, these, it takes on average about 180 to 200 turns. Or actually, I'd say 180 to 220 in order to finish a Mortal Empires campaign. So, you know, whoever you pick, we're going to be playing for a good long bit. Usually 4 to 5 episodes. If I had disposable income, I'd swing this like South Vietnam. I thought about letting y'all use channel points. Maybe I should have, just to really like unleash the insanity. But then again, that would have been insanity. Mazda Mundi is creeping up on Krokgar, but he's still a couple votes behind. Krokgar does have a pretty solid lead, though. My first attempt at a legendary campaign was Krokgar, and it was freaking miserable. Krokgar's a lot better now than he used to be. I mean, he's just kind of steadily gotten better over time. Especially when I was able to convince Creative Assembly to give him to upgrade the revered Spirit Lungsla, which I'm still proud of that accomplishment, for the record. Oh no, this was like last week. Oh dang. I mean, Krokgar's pretty fun, but you have to play him like a pretty particular way until you unlock Grimlock. Because until, like, if you're desperate, you can get him on a, cold one, and or a cold one or a horned one, and he does pretty well until you get Grimlock. But Grimlock is what you really need for Krokgar to be like at his best. All right, so unless there's any like bonus votes that are going to be coming in, it looks like Krokgar is going to be the victor. Though anyone could swoop in and just drop in from the rafters with the people's elbow and pop that Mazda Mundi up, but maybe they're waiting for a strategic moment. It's hard to say. You get backed into a corner by Malice, Khalida, and Quick so quickly. Generally, what I recommend with Krokgar is, like, take the jungle, but stay out of the desert. And then once you've taken the jungle, like, I really feel like one of the first things you need to do is pop across the Dragon Isles and punch Malice in the face. Like, kill Malice Darkblade as fast as you can, so that, A, you've secured the Dragon Isles, which have a ton of, like, really nice income, and B, you just don't have to deal with, the nastiness that is, you have to deal with someone, like, attacking you from your port. Last minute Tehiniwin snipe. Dude, if someone, like, pushed Tehiniwin up, Gorok is actually coming up. What about Eshin? I usually don't deal with Eshin that much as Krokgar. Like, if Eshin starts to become a problem, I'll eventually deal with them. But, I don't know. It just depends. Like, if they start running over Imrik, then yeah, it's not a bad idea to run up there and start slapping people. But for Krokgar, in my opinion, I have found that you really want to secure that eastern border. Like, if you need to focus down Malice and then immediately go after Snitch, that's worth it, you know, and just worry about defending your jungle, maybe keeping Khalida as like an ally, so that she holds off Quake for a little while. All right, the vote has finished, and the winner is officially Krokgar. So when we, the next time we stream Total War Warhammer, we will be doing a Krokgar campaign. This is going to be loads of fun. We don't need to do a runoff. If you wanted Mazda Mundi to win, you should have gone all in on the Toad Band. Do it, you coward. You know, I'm curious. I am not gonna honor this poll. But I'm just curious if the vote would be genuinely different. If y'all had to pick between only Mazda Mundi and Krokgar, would it actually matter? So it'll just be a 1-minute poll. It's just a 1-minute poll. So if you had to pick, it's up now. If you had to pick between Krokgar and Mazda Mundi, who would you pick? I mean, if Mazda Mundi wins, I'll think about it. Man, I guess we could do runoffs in the future. It's pretty close. Pretty close. You got about 30 more seconds. I voted Mazda Money just to try and mess with the poll. Well, that's not very smart. I might actually honor it. Then what are you gonna do? Oh, y'all are just trying to get it at 50-50, you dorks. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I vote Silistra. That's not this poll, that's the next poll. Ah, Krakar wins again. By 1 vote. someone bided their time. Alright, so yeah. Next time we stream, we will start with Krakar.